Hey y'all, what's up? I wanted to make a video that my mom and my auntie could watch, so I'm really going to try to do this without cussing. This video doesn't have a title, it's just something I need to get off my chest. So you can keep scrolling because it's not very interesting if you don't know me personally. Let's get into it. September really hasn't been so good. After losing my cat earlier this month, I closed out with mourning my cousin who passed away in the final week. And since she didn't want a ceremony of any kind, I'm taking a moment to eulogize her. I don't even know if I would be asked to speak anyway, because like I said, I do cuss a lot. I know it's a little bit selfish, and things like funerals and memorial services are more for the living because whatever issues that they need for closure is a part of the healing process. The person who's gone isn't going to hear any of it. This isn't a look at me, I'm sad thing. I just feel like she deserved the tribute from my perspective. Carla was literally my first cousin. She was the oldest of what I call the original 7. I was number 6. She had my back since the day I was born and has always treated me like a little brother. No matter how much trouble I got into, she saw things from my side before passing judgment. We had things in common, such as being the firstborn of our respective houses and a love for art in many forms. So I was a DJ and a photographer, and she was an artist, a painter. And Carla thought more of me than I thought of myself. Most of my family does, but this is her day to be recognized. The support that I got from her was immeasurable. She was impressed with some of the things that I did as a child, and because most people my age and some of the people in her age group didn't know how to do some of the things that I did. She always thought I was smarter than I was. I mean, how many people do you know could make a collect call at 6 years old? You know, I could also read and comprehend at 3. I think there may have been more of us out there than she thought. I just learned how to make collect calls because I was always locked out of my grandmother's apartment and had to call from the phone booth outside her building to get let in. So anyway, Carla bought me my first camera almost 50 years ago, and I've been dabbling in photography for the last 4 decades. Never quite making a career of it, but I really do enjoy it as a hobby. She saw whatever talent I had in me and supported it. And for the brief time that I returned to Facebook, I had a page dedicated to my light painting photography. And she was excited to share it with everyone. And I even got a few followers from the effort. So I credit her every time I pick up my cameras. I remember when I was about 13 or 14, and she asked me to record myself reading a book for her to study for one of her college courses. The subject was something about the Caribbean. And I thought that I'd add authenticity by narrating in my best effort at a Jamaican accent. As goofy as it was, she laughed and appreciated the effort. It was fun, but I don't think I have an aspiring career getting a gig narrating audiobooks. Anyway, our lives were always intertwined in a way that no one else could understand. Our closeness was subtle and not performative. We never had to display our bond to people. And those of you who have family members or friends that are really extra, you know what I'm talking about. When I started tech school for auto repairs and was doing basic work for people in the street, she had business cards printed and surprised me with them. I eventually got into heavy equipment repair after I graduated tech school, but I still worked on cars for a little while until my regular job took a higher priority. She asked me to DJ her wedding well before I was established, and hers was actually one of the first weddings that I did before I officially started my business. And she believed in me so much before anyone else did. When I asked, she was more than happy to design my logo for my first DJ company, or my first logo for my DJ company. So no matter what I did, she was always first in line to support whatever I was doing. Carla, she did one of the most huge things that anybody could do for me. When my ex-roommate left, and I've said this in numerous videos, when my ex-roommate left and changed her status, relationship status from married to widowed, Carla was the only person in the family to disassociate herself. She kind of didn't like that. She even expressed it to me quite passionately when we were in person. She was pissed. She's like, she wants my cousin dead. It's like, forget her. But anyway, her understanding of me and the similarities of our personalities saw the gravity of that gesture. Either that, or we just paid more attention to the small details on that poisonous social media platform. Either way, my cousin, who has always had my back, doing that was, it meant the world to me. We never disagreed terribly. We never fell out, never had any ill words for each other. Although I believe she wanted me to walk a different path and just didn't express that to me. She had other ideas of what I could be doing with my potential. Even at 55 years old, she just kind of lectured me a little bit before she went on. But this last part is really difficult to phrase because I don't know how to put it. But the day before her passing, I was fortunate enough to have an audience with her and exchange final words. And even through her labored breathing, she still found a way to be supportive of me. And tell me how much she loved me. She told me that I will find my music in the thing that will ultimately make me happy. I am going in that direction. I have 2 motorcycles. She knew I was an atheist, but she still believed the higher power had a purpose for me. Most importantly, she believed in me. She wasn't afraid. She made peace with her final moments, and she told me she couldn't wait to see me again. She showed incredible strength as the life force was leaving her body. And I really thought that I would have a chance to talk to her again before she left us for good. But as I was preparing to go back to the hospital the next day, I got a call that she was gone. I honestly don't know what else could have been said between us. So I think that the time that we had was sufficient and it was meant to be. I miss her already, and the loss hurts because it's like I lost 2 people at once. My oldest cousin and my biggest sister. Farewell, Carla, and thank you for loving me so much. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.